When it comes to protecting your home and family, choosing the right firearm is one of the most important decisions you can make. Across the United States, millions of law-abiding citizens keep firearms not just for sport or hunting, but for the very real purpose of home defense. Yet, with so many options on the market, from handguns to shotguns to rifles, the question becomes, which guns are truly the best suited for defending your home? In this video, we're going to break down the top 5 firearms for home defense in the United States. We'll look at their strengths, their drawbacks, and most importantly, how they perform in the real-world conditions you might face inside your own home. By the end, you'll have a clear idea of which one cool. At number 5, we begin with a pistol that has earned legendary status, the Glock 19 Gen 5 chambered in 9mm. The Glock 19 has been called the Goldilocks gun because it is not too big, not too small, but just right for almost every purpose. For home defense, its compact size strikes the perfect balance between maneuverability in tight spaces and stability for accurate shooting. With a standard 15-round magazine, you have more than enough capacity to deal with most threats without reloading. The polymer frame makes it lightweight and durable, while the Glock reputation for reliability is unmatched. In stressful, high-pressure moments, a gun that simply works every time you pull the trigger is invaluable. Critics sometimes point out that the Glock trigger feels mushy compared to other modern pistols, and the stock sights are not as refined as they could be. However, this is where the massive aftermarket for Glock shines. You can add night sights, weapon lights, or red dot optics with ease, transforming the Glock 19 into a true home defense powerhouse. The other advantage of 9mm is availability and cost. It is the most common defensive caliber in the United States, meaning training and stocking ammunition is far more affordable. The Glock 19 has become the benchmark by which many other pistols are judged, and for good reason, it simply delivers. Moving to number 4, we have another full-sized pistol, but with a more modern and refined touch. The Walther PDP. Walther has long been known for producing firearms with excellent ergonomics and some of the best striker-fired triggers on the market. The PDP full-size model with a 4.5-inch barrel is especially well-suited for home defense. While it might be slightly larger than the Glock 19, that extra barrel length translates into better accuracy and reduced recoil, which can matter when adrenaline is pumping and fine motor skills are compromised. What makes the PDP stand out is its factory readiness for red dot optics. In today's defensive shooting environment, more and more experts recommend equipping your pistol with a red dot for faster target acquisition in low light. The PDP was designed from the ground up to accommodate this, and that makes it future-proof. It also features aggressive slide serrations, excellent grip texture, and ambidextrous controls that make it easy to manipulate under stress. On the downside, it is slightly bulkier for those with smaller hands, and it comes at a higher price point compared to Glock. But for those willing to invest a bit more, the Walther PDP delivers superior shootability and features straight out of the box, making it a fantastic choice for defending your home. Now at number 3, we shift categories from handguns to shotguns, starting with the Mossberg 590A1. For decades, the shotgun has been considered the king of home defense, and the 590A1 pump action represents the pinnacle of that tradition. Chambered in 12-gauge, it brings enormous stopping power at close range. In a home environment where threats are often measured in feet rather than yards, the 590A1's devastating effect cannot be overstated. The sound of racking a pump shotgun has even been described as a deterrent in itself, though of course relying on sound alone is never a substitute for preparedness. The Mossberg is built like a tank, with a heavy barrel, metal trigger guard, and military-grade durability. Its controls are user-friendly, especially the tang-mounted safety, which is intuitive under stress. With the right load, such as reduced penetration defensive buckshot, the shotgun can minimize the risk of over-penetration through walls while still delivering incredible stopping power. That said, shotguns are not without drawbacks. Recoil is stout, especially for smaller or inexperienced shooters, and capacity is limited compared to pistols or rifles. Pump action also requires practice to avoid short stroking, which can cause malfunctions. But for those who put in the training, the Mossberg 590 remains one of the most fearsome and reliable home defense weapons you can own. At number 2, we stay in the shotgun family but upgrade to a semi-automatic platform, the Beretta 1301 Tactical. While pump shotguns like the Mossberg have tradition and reliability on their side, the Beretta 1301 brings speed and modern features into the equation. Chambered in 12-gauge, it delivers the same fight-stopping power as the pump, but its gas-operated system allows for much faster follow-up shots. In a defensive scenario where multiple threats might be present or where every second counts, that speed can make the difference. The 1301 is designed specifically for tactical use, featuring enlarged controls, a robust rail system for optics and lights, and a recoil system that tames the 12-gauge kick more than many expect. Its lightweight compared to other semi-auto shotguns makes it surprisingly maneuverable indoors. Critics often point out that the 1301 comes at a premium price, often double or more compared to a Mossberg. It also requires more maintenance to keep the gas system clean. But for those who want a shotgun that combines the brute force of 12-gauge with the rapid response of a semi-auto, the Beretta 1301 Tactical is hard to beat. It represents the evolution of the home defense shotgun, blending power with speed in a package trusted by law enforcement and civilian defenders alike. Finally, at number 1, we arrive at a platform that has sparked more debate than perhaps any other in American firearms culture, the AR-15, often demonized in the media but beloved by millions of responsible owners. The AR-15 carbine in 5.56 NATO or 223 Remington is, without question, one of the most capable and versatile home defense firearms available today. What makes the AR-15 so effective is its combination of accuracy, ergonomics, capacity, and customization. A standard 16-inch AR carbine with a 30-round magazine gives the defender tremendous firepower, while the low recoil of the 5.56 round allows for rapid, accurate follow-up shots. Critics argue that 5.56 can overpenetrate in a home environment, but in fact, many tests have shown that lightweight 5.56 hollow point or soft point rounds penetrate less through walls than common handgun calibers like 9mm or .45 ACP. The modularity of the AR-15 also means you can set it up specifically for home defense, shorter barrels for maneuverability, weapon-mounted lights, red dot optics, and even suppressors to protect your hearing indoors. The platform is intuitive, with controls that are easy to learn and ambidextrous options widely available. Detractors will always raise the issues of noise, flash, and political controversy surrounding the AR-15, and of course, its suitability depends on local laws. But if you want a firearm that combines capacity, precision, and adaptability, the AR-15 stands unmatched. It is no exaggeration to say that it is the most versatile rifle in America, and when properly set up with defensive ammunition, it can be the ultimate home defense firearm. Having covered the top 5, it is worth pausing to discuss how to actually choose between them. The right home defense gun is not the one that looks best on paper, but the one that fits your specific needs, your environment, and your level of training. If you live in a small apartment, a full-sized rifle might be overkill and difficult to maneuver, while a compact pistol like the Glock 19 would shine. If you live in a rural home with more space, a shotgun or AR-15 might make sense. If your spouse or family members might also need to use the firearm, consider their comfort with recoil and complexity. Training cannot be overstated. No matter how good the gun is, without regular practice in safe handling and marksmanship, it will not serve you effectively. Ammunition choice is also critical. Selecting defensive loads that balance stopping power with controlled penetration can dramatically change performance. For shotguns, that might mean choosing buckshot designed for reduced wall penetration. For rifles, it might mean soft point or frangible rounds. And for pistols, hollow point defensive ammunition is almost always preferred. Another factor is accessories. A weapon-mounted light is perhaps the single most important addition to any home defense firearm. In the dark, being able to identify a threat is essential, and a bright light can also disorient an intruder. Optics, such as red dots, can provide faster target acquisition under stress, though they require training to use effectively. Finally, safe storage cannot be ignored. A gun that is too secure to access quickly is not useful in an emergency, but a gun that is left unsecured poses its own dangers, especially in homes with children. Quick access safes, proper holsters, and responsible handling make the difference between safety and tragedy. When you put all these factors together, you begin to see why these 5 firearms consistently rise to the top of expert recommendations. The Glock 19 and Walther PDP represent the best of the handgun world, offering reliability and ease of use in compact packages. The Mossberg 590-01 and Beretta 1301 show the unmatched fight-stopping potential of shotguns, each with their own strengths. And the AR-15 stands above them all as the most adaptable and effective defensive rifle America has ever produced. In conclusion, defending your home is about more than just buying a gun. It is about choosing the right tool, training to use it responsibly, and preparing for a situation you hope never happens. The top 5 firearms we've covered today: Glock 19 Walther PDP, Mossberg 590-01 Beretta 1301 Tactical, and the AR-15 each offer a different approach to the same problem, keeping your family safe. Which one is best for you depends on your circumstances, your comfort level, and your commitment to training. But one thing is certain: with the right firearm, the right mindset, and the right preparation, you can take control of your safety and ensure that your home remains your castle. Thank you for watching, and remember, safety and responsibility come first. Until next time, stay prepared, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.